away from him in tears. I wish I could have casually asked, "Oh, by the way, what's up with Kate?" Like he would tell me anyway. I know Kate treats Jefferson like he's an opposite or something. So what did he say to make her so upset? Just when I was feeling good about Chloe and me, I walk into Jefferson's class and see Nathan and Victoria actually sitting on my desk. Unreal. Asshole bookends. Fucking bookends. It's like such an upper class fucking put down. Kate Marsh killed herself. My hands are still shaking, but I have to write this down while I can. Right at the start of Jefferson's class, Kate went to the roof of the girls' dorm to jump. Every student and teacher was watching her, like it was a Blackwell rooftop concert. I saw her actually jump. But I was just about able to use my rewind to get her back on the roof. I tried harder than I ever did, and somehow I stopped time completely. I made it to the roof, but again my head felt like it was going to blow up. I knew that I couldn't just keep rewinding to save Kate. I had to try and talk her down on my own. I failed. She was already in so much pain over the video and all the bullying, so she wasn't going to buy everything I tried to tell her. You see movies with people trying to talk somebody out of suicide, but it's very different when I'm the one doing the talking, because she didn't believe me. Or maybe she just didn't want to. I tried. Kate still died. I don't know, Ali, I don't know if you've seen the last episode of this, when Kate did this, but it was intense. It was like that cliche about everything moving in slow motion, except in my case it was real time, not rewind time. I could see Kate's face right as she jumped, and I'll never forget that look in her eyes, like she didn't want to, but had no choice. There was a look of total defeat and despair, then I could see her body falling in space. Or does that say flailing? Flailing in space, like she became aware of what she was doing and got more scared. Jesus, I can't believe I'm writing these words. After she jumped, it was so weird that I was alone on the roof. Kate was there, then gone. I could hear the crowd screaming below, and there was no way I was going to look at her body on the ground. I felt so numb, I just casually turned and went back down the stairs. My head was pounding, and my body was exhausted from the rewind. I felt exactly like a zombie must feel. Dead inside. You think you got the end of it? Or like the cutscene end of it, with like Jefferson driving away and stuff, or like the meeting? Sorry, I'm gonna plug my phone in. No, not that phone. That phone. That'll be right back, no worries. Right. So organising lifts for what's on tomorrow? Tomorrow. Where's my pen? Right. Oh my god. Oh god, jeez. Jings, Crivens, help my blobby. Oh jeez. Ah, right. Um, Dead inside, yes. When I stepped out of the dorm, I saw Kate splayed on the ground. She was surrounded by paramedics, while the police kept the students back. I hope they all got a good look at their victim. They wanted to watch her in a viral video when she was alive, and now they wanted to gawk at her in death. Not that I did anything to help her stay alive. All my amazing new superpowers were worthless. I'm nobody's hero. It's not enough that Kate is dead and I'm numb inside. I had to get the Blackwell 3rd degree from Principal Wells. It was bizarre to be in his tacky office with Nathan Prescott, Dave Madsen, and Mr. Jefferson calmly talking about why Kate jumped off the roof. I was like a robot, just going through the motions. I kept seeing Kate's face as she fell. Somehow I ended up telling the principal that I had seen Kate crying after she talked with Mr. Jefferson. I wasn't trying to blame him. I just thought it was important information. Maybe I fucked up, narking on the one person I respect the most at Blackwell. I could see Mr. Jefferson was disappointed in me too. Obviously the principal was more upset because he pulled Jefferson out from representing the school at the Everyday Heroes contest. I didn't expect that at all. I'm so confused right now. How can I keep going to Mr. Jefferson's class after I ruined his reputation? Tartan gig in the hydro with the guides, i.e. packed out hydro of 10 to 14 year olds listening to X Factor rejects. So looking forward to ah, lol. Do I detect a hint of sarcasm there? But I ruined his reputation. And do I still have to give him a photo for the contest? Good question, Max. I need a vacation from my life. I hung out with Warren on the lawn so I could feel the grass under my feet and watch the fluffy clouds. He's such a sweetheart. He kept telling me I did everything I could for Kate, even though I know I didn't. I told Warren that something ominous is happening at Blackwell Academy. Rachel, Amber, Chloe, and now Kate have all been victims. Not to mention me, if I keep playing amateur detective. Wish I could have told Warren about my power, but it's not the right time. No pun intended. And to make the day end on the most surreal note possible, the sky went dark, and we watched a solar eclipse that was not announced on the news or any astronomy site. What is happening to Arcadia Bay? October 9th. Dear Diary, I have the power to rewind time, and I ended up... The fuck was that? There's 52 of us going from my guide. No. Dear Diary, I have the power to rewind time, and I ended up on a rooftop trying to stop my friend from jumping off, while trying to prevent the possible destruction of my hometown. I fell asleep at my desk and woke up reaching out to rewind or grab Kate. That was strange. Ugh. Ah. So I keep pressing the wrong buttons. I remember when my journal entries were about which anime character I wanted to be, or my dreams of being a respected globe-hopping photographer, or what me and Chloe would be doing when we were all finally adults. At least we know how that turned out so far. Chloe is determined to get to the bottom of what's going on. Oh, Jesus. Chloe is determined to get to the bottom of what's going on. So I've been playing What Would Chloe Do? Which means blowing off my Blackwell homework to research everything I can find on Kate Marsh, Rachel Amber, and the esteemed Prescotts. It would be too easy peasy if they were all connected, but at this point, I think the whole town of Arcadia Bay is connected to this crazy shit. I can already see the story on the National Geographic Channel. Mystic, scientific, or apocalyptic, the Arcadia Bay tornado. Shudder. Speaking of fear, I can still see Kate and her sad, hopeless eyes on that roof. I can't believe she's not here anymore. I heard some students are organising a petition for Blackwell to set up a scholarship in her memory. That's the least this place could do for her. That's nothing. Gail has bought 52 flashing bunny ears for assault aware. There will be a photo at some point tomorrow. I can just... Douche funny. So that's cool that I got Mr. Jefferson in trouble and he won't be representing Blackwell at the Everyday's Heroes contest. I don't blame him for what happened to Kate. Yes, he should have listened to her, but it's not fair he can't attend the event. Now the winner has to hang out with Principal Wells. I hope Victoria wins. But one of my heroes probably hates me. Yay, Max. Leave it to Chloe to make me sneak out past curfew and demand I meet her in front of the main building in the dead of night. I knew Chloe would be all over investigating the campus after what happened to Kate here. This just makes Chloe more desperate to find out what happened to Rachel, if anything. Last page. It's just funny that even though I think I can just rewind myself out of trouble, I'm in more trouble now than ever before in my life. If this was a Twilight Zone story, I'd begin set up for some serious irony. Like, I'm going to rewind myself out of existence or something. Bastard! Yeah, like I'm going to rewind myself out of existence or something. Can I honestly say I'll have this ability for the rest of my life? Are the tornado, the snow, and that eclipse just hallucinations? Or are they genuine prophecy? More importantly, is this a curse or a blessing? Chloe is alive and by my side, and that has to be a miracle. Which means there must be a way to stop my vision from coming true, right? So yes, I broke curfew to hook up with Chloe. She said she had something to show me. Looks like it's time for some serious detective work. Enter the Blackwell Ninjas. As I stealthily made my way out of the hall, I saw a shrine in front of Kate's door. I was surprised when it just popped up right after she died, like everybody at Blackwell suddenly felt guilty for how she was treated. I am glad that so many people wanted to honour her. The cynical side of me says, too little, way too fucking late. But I know that Kate would smile and forgive us all. Sigh. Cry. I've spoke to all of them. Sorry, I'm just going to read this one again. No, I'm not. No. There's another squirrel. Jesus. I think there's been a squirrel in every single one. So, fish tank.
So Chloe is waiting for me in front of the main hall.
I do not give a fuck.